We're live. Yeah.
Greetings.
Yeah. You want to still talk
Greetings
about
and
that, Lo?
salutations, ladies.
No, I think you should open up the cash app, bro.
Don't be nice.
Let's
all
open
right?
the
Don't be nice.
cash app.
Settle the fuck
Cash
down.
them
app,
toes.
cash app. All right, we're derailing,
All right.
Lo. Let's let him go.
Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 42nd installment of Bullsitting on TSWS Gaming. This week, we have the beginning of the eventual crescendo to the Activision Blizzard acquisition, Hogwarts Legacy topping PlayStation's top-selling games list, and Atomic Heart prompting people to atomize their social media presences. I'm your host, Loke7. Joining me today is the lovely Cozy Beluga, the incomparable Ham Solo, and the legendary Cult Classic Cage. So yes, today we have the all-star lineup. Enjoy. It's the Harlem Globetrotters today on TSWS Gaming. So usually at this point, right, this is where we usually ask the guests to, like, tell us about themselves and all that other stuff. But
I know enough.
You're already an
all-star
on
good. I'm
Gaming.
good.
So
Love you, Cass.
I'm just gonna keep it moving. So before we partake in this week's session of digital savagery, Cozy, tell me, how you feeling, bro?
Absolutely, 100%.
What you been playing?
Weird West. Lots and lots of Weird West.
Ooh,
It's really
I
fun.
need to get back to that game. I was enjoying that game. I don't know why I stopped playing it.
That's what
I'm gonna get
happens.
that. Need to get it. I want a physical copy. That game is really good. Like, a lot of people, I think, slept on that game.
Solid gameplay. It is all about, like, so for me, I don't like stealth games. Now let me tell you, there's something really satisfying about taking out an entire town without getting caught. It's like slowly picking them off one by one.
Either that or actually getting caught the whole time and just murdering an entire town. That's still satisfying.
I really like the noise that they make when you bludgeon them to death after you've knocked them out, which is really disturbing, but true.
yeah. Ham, what you been playing this week?
Man, I've been getting down on some crazy games, man. Mostly old school games. I mean, obviously my NCAA, I can't ever put that down, right? But I've also been playing a couple other fantastic games. What is it? God dang, I gotta look at the game. Daytona USA on my Sega Saturn. I've been playing Hydrophobia on my Xbox Series X because it's backwards compatible. That game is fantastic. What's the other game I played?
Failing at Shenmue.
Anything
Failing
what?
at Shenmue.
Oh,
You've been
Shenmue?
failing at
No, I have not been
Shenmue.
failing on that game. I was failing for like a good half hour. Like I think Cold Classic Cage was there. I was just looking.
Yeah, honestly, I was
it?
shocked
I
that
don't know.
you knew where to go. Because, like, I started playing that game like about a year or two ago, and I'm just like, where do I go? Like, I feel so like I don't know, like privileged now that they like you have like maps and stuff, and it's like in Shenmue, you actually have to know where you're going. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
Yeah, they just drop you in the game and they're like, you know everybody. And I'm like, I don't know anybody.
Literally.
And they give you like these lists of phone numbers and stuff like that. And it's just like, what do I do with this?
The most hilarious thing about the game is coming across those two schoolgirls and they're just like, get here, creep. I'm just like, what? I'm just trying to talk to you.
Did that happen to you?
I mean, but that's real.
No, it happened to me when I was playing the game. I'm like, damn, why the hostility? I'm just trying to
wait. You're trying to randomly talk to two schoolgirls?
Yeah, because like basically something happens in the beginning of the game, and like you're just like asking around town for like information. Like, did you see this car go by or whatever? And like they just hit you with the most like worst, like the most hilarious commentary that's just so disrespectful to you.
Makes you feel like a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah.
And then Matt Likes Games in the chat definitely said the truth. I've been playing some Skyrim as well. But I just want to throw this out there. I had some dope pickups today while at the store. Finally got Mag for the PS3. Gonna get into that. Never played it.
Wow.
Bionic Commando for the PS3. Haven't played this since the NES.
Nice.
X-Men for the Sega Genesis. Super duper stupid classic game right there.
Super jealous of you right now. I just want it for the cover.
And then Aladdin. I had to get Aladdin for the original Genesis as well. The wife actually chose this one. I didn't even choose this. The wife.
Ooh, Aladdin.
I mean, that's fine with me.
I have that game on the Switch. They have like the Lion King one and the Aladdin one bundled together.
It was actually a choice between those two games, which one we were going to buy. The wife was like, I want to get Lion King, but Aladdin's in better condition. I was like, well, then you're getting Aladdin.
I understand. I'm a Lion King fangirl. Like that was like for many years of my very early life. I thought it was a lion, and I would actually roar in the house.
Oh, you were like meerkat girl.
I would, but to be fair, I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Okay.
So like, I would actually like my first VHS I remember was Lion King. So I would watch that multiple times every day for like a year straight because I was obsessed. And yeah, that was my life as a 4-year-old.
I'm hoping, like fun.
I'm hoping the servers are still up for Mag. I highly doubt it, but I'm here to try it.
I don't think so. I think I'm one of my friends. He's a huge Mag fan, and he misses it every day. I think maybe you can look into like these like fans that are keeping some of these games alive, like SOCOM lobbies and stuff like that. Maybe you can go that route. I'm not too sure how.
I might have to. I mean, I'd really like to try it, but like if I can't, I still got my receipt. I'll just go take it back and I'll get the other game I was going to get because I was going, which I probably should have, but it was a little bit more expensive and I didn't. And I usually walk in the store with like, I walk into these classic stores with like $30, $40, and I'm just gonna grab something because I know if I bring my card with me, I'm gonna have some issues and I'm gonna end up buying something that's like $150, $200. So I walk in the store with cash already in hand, and I'm like, what can I get for this that I don't? It's
crazy.
Own yet?
Like honestly, I haven't really been buying like retro games lately, but like a year or so ago, I was super into it. Like I wanted to buy all the retro games. It's like with the way retro gaming is gone, it's like I'm surprised you can even walk into a store with $40 and buy something. That's how crazy retro collecting has become. It's sad, because it's like we're legitimate fans. Like for me, collecting physical games is like it's like a personal level of preservation. Like I want to preserve this personally. Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's so sad that retro collecting has gotten so out of hand, and the false like.
Sounds like a topic for another day.
True. Yes.
We only have 2 hours, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, I do this every time, Philo.
Welcome Totus Hawaii. Welcome Stone King. Welcome Francois. So let's begin. The highlight was supposed to be the pretrial hearing, but if you guys paid any attention to what actually happened, it was like a 10-minute call, and the highlight was that Microsoft and the FTC couldn't get on the same on the same call for a minute. As soon as they got on, like almost nothing happened. The judge just asked them like, "Okay, did you guys try and negotiate?" And both parties, all 3 parties said yes. And do you still want to move forward? All 3 parties said yes. And the judge is like, okay, anyone have anything else to declare? Everyone said no. And that was the end of the call.
You watch too much TV if you think it's supposed to be interesting. Court is very, 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 very. Court is very, 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 very fucking boring. You watch too much TV if you think court is interesting. It's absolutely the most boring thing you'll ever see.
It is not Judge Judy. It is definitely not.
I mean,
Judge
to be fair, half of it
Joe
you can't
Mathis
usually half of it you can't usually understand anyway. To begin with, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, people aren't raising their voices or anything. They're just sitting there presenting stuff and like speaking legalese back and forth to each other. Like they'll present their legalese and then the other group will present their legalese. And it's like verbal chess.
Yeah, it was It was like a snowfest, a proper snowfest, and ruined the entire point of the thumbnail that I carefully created for today's episode. Welcome 4GQ
I'm
TV.
so
let's
sad that
move
you
on to
found
this.
out that court is boring in this manner.
No, actually, you know what? I've been to court a couple of times, but yeah, I guess I thought, it's video games, so it's gonna be better
I don't
than
know,
whatever the
Luke.
fuck I've had to deal with for work. But
I have to blame you for this,
It
bro.
was-
You actually think that this is going to get settled sometime within our lifetime?
oh
Luke
my
went to
god,
court for trying to buy PS5 games in the black market.
That
no, I went.
was back in
No,
his.
actually, I can't say why I went to court. or why
Oh,
I've been to
Loki
court. So
is
many-
a criminal.
Oh, damn.
whatever.
She's got a
I mean,
serious
Total
criminal
Why is there
past.
objection
I mean, all the guys
PSA.
with suits and ties are criminals, right? I mean,
Yep,
there
I
you have it.
agree.
Technically how it works.
Oh my god, Red likes games talking about Texas court right now. You know what? Whatever. So let's move on to the second part of this one. Microsoft acts like it doesn't know why there are regulatory concerns about Call of Duty and the FTC. Reply. This from Game Rant. Microsoft made a statement which is drawing a lot of recent attention. The comment from Microsoft reads, and I quote, Microsoft avers that it lacks knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief as to the truth of allegations concerning industry perceptions of Call of Duty and Call of Duty's original release date, or as to the truth of allegations concerning Call of Duty's launch and typical release schedule and the resources and budget Activision allocates to Call of Duty, including the number of studios that work on Call of Duty. The idea is that Microsoft is being mocked for feigning ignorance regarding Call of Duty's release details and other obvious Call of Duty information. The truth of the situation is a bit more complicated. Cage,
And that paragraph's
do
a
you
snoozer.
believe that Microsoft has no idea about the inner workings of development and cost for the Call of Duty franchise?
They definitely know a lot about that, especially. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they're necessarily good at managing development costs and all that, given how long it took Halo Infinite to come out, but they have to have a general idea what's going on. I mean, when it comes to this, it's like all parties are just playing out their cards. That's all you could expect of it. Like they're obviously going to do that, and it's funny. I think you said the title of the article was Microsoft doesn't know why they're being
Investigated.
investigated. Yeah, and it's like that I actually kind of believe, because it's like Microsoft, as well as many other giant mega corporations, are legitimate monopolies. So I can totally see that. It's like we've been a monopoly for a very long time now. Why are we being investigated for this? It's like, to me, it's like a joke, Government doesn't really crack down on monopolies. They pretend to, and we move on. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about
Okay, so
AT&T and DirecTV. Let's talk about all these like Time Warner acquisitions that's happened. Discovery. I mean, this.
Disney.
Like, let's not lie. This is a lot of freaking money, and it's insane. But let's not pretend that big acquisitions never happened before, and this is just like a blind side. It's not a blind side.
But it's the biggest one ever, dude.
And to return
Yeah.
to some of what you asked, Colt Loke, I'm just going to go ahead and throw my 2 cents in real quick. I think
ahead.
this is pretty much Microsoft just being like, oh, well, no, what's that game again? Oh, Call of Duty? When did it come out? I haven't heard of that game.
How much money do they make? Come on.
It can't be that big.
I
of
have
a
a few
deal.
friends that play it, that's pretty cool. Maybe, maybe we might have to do something with that. That's pretty cool. Thanks for bringing it to my attention, FTC. I had no idea this game was that popular. That's what Xbox is doing. They're just playing dumb, man. They're just playing dumb. And that's 9 times out of 10 what people do in court is play dumb. You play dumb to win.
You gotta set the tone.
Welcome, Sensei 808. Stankmore says he likes your t-shirt. Cass. Cozy.
Yes.
Are you buying Microsoft's ignorance here?
So I think the general population is dumb and has no idea how legal precedent works. That's just the fact. They just don't know how it works. So they're like, oh, Microsoft's playing dumb. They're not playing dumb.
Yeah, they
can't give no. If you do not give,
think they're not playing dumb.
Basically,
when most people go to court, they play dumb to get past the judge, to get past jail, to get past go.
No, so it's not playing. It's not playing dumb. Playing dumb is basically this is what you do. You don't. So basically, the FTC presents their findings, right? You're not supposed to say yes to their findings, especially if the FTC's findings aren't accurate. And they aren't exactly specific. In the legal game, it's about who can get something, who can get who on a technicality. And if the FTC isn't giving things specific enough in their claims, then you're not going to say yeah, because that looks bad. That puts the pressure on you. They gave, the example someone gave was they gave a year for when Call of Duty came out, but they didn't give a date. They didn't give anything exact. That is and those can mean 2 different things in the legal framework. I have a lot of siblings that are lawyers. Unfortunately.
You do make a good point.
Cozy's next.
Now I'm trying to
No, I've literally had this conversation around the dinner table. It's
I gotcha.
But yeah.
And also, Cozy, for to add to what you're saying, in court, the responsibilities of proving X and Y don't fall on the accused; they fall on the accuser. So basically, just to double down on what you said, Microsoft, because they're the ones being sued, are like, yo, we're not gonna help you guys. You guys are gonna have to prove your case. So we're not gonna say yes to anything that you're presenting. You just make your case, and then we're gonna just counter whatever you guys can bring up, or we'll just let you flounder if you're talking shit.
And to me, that's what I call playing dumb. That's what I call playing dumb, is playing like you have no idea what they're talking about. You know exactly what the hell they're saying, but I ain't gonna say it.
I mean, a lot of court in general is acting,
Oh,
cases, and that's how court cases operate, though. They don't operate on they operate on make your case and make it well. And if you can't make a case as good as we make a case against you, for or against, then you can't win the case.
Yeah. Tortoise Hawaii says, I majored in music. This is over my head already. It's cool, man. It's cool. No one here is a lawyer. We just grasp off of what we hear.
No, I'm kind of digging court with Cozy. I'm kind of digging it.
No, I don't think you understand. I have a very B-type personality, and I have 4 or 5 siblings that are in law. Let me tell you how dinner and anytime more than one of them are in a room with me, it is awful. Which is why it is I don't like it.
Leave work at the workplace, damn it. This is dinner.
I can sympathize with them. Yeah, I can sympathize. Okay, so the third part to this story is the UK extending the deadline for Microsoft's Activision Blizzard acquisition. Obviously, again, from GameRant.com, the CMA has now announced that it's extending the deadline of its review. The previous deadline was set for March 1st, but that date has now been pushed back to April 26th. In addition, for the extension, the CMA cites a substantial volume of evidence and the overall scope of its investigation. Cage, does this extension worry you? do you or was it just like a blank thing for you? It's like this is nothing, or I don't even understand it. So whatever.
Honestly, I'm done paying attention to this kind of stuff. It's like one of those things where I do expect it to be drawn out, and that's why I just kind of don't care. I wish it'd be over with, but unfortunately, we can't have nice things. So
Okay, Cage, what's the money shot? Ham, what are your thoughts on this extension?
It's just a shoulder shrug. It's just like, oh, more time, cool, and then I continue on
More
and
to us.
play video games and ignore it. I mean, I mean, what else can I really do about it? I'm not gonna, keep refreshing the page to look for some new answers or anything. So it just kind of is what it is. Let the fools fight and stand back and watch and enjoy and talk about it later.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Stagma in the chat says court with cozy kind of rings. I do agree.
I
do
like it.
court with cozy, or the cozy court. You know?
All
That sounds
right.
welcoming. So, cozy, what do you think about this extension? Or is it something, nothing, or because
So
you're the most qualified here to talk about it?
hardly, but so you grant, and it's also UK law, which is not exactly the same. But so by granting yourself an extension, you find things, you find new information that you're like, okay, well, I think this we need this extension to investigate this new angle. You don't just say, oh, well, basically, if you are working a case against someone, you want every possible angle that you can examine to be examined thoroughly, so you have all your material and you can present something before you just say, have to, the decision has to be made.
All right, and with that, we are done with the legalese.
Yay!
Pat yourselves on the back, guys.
Get the fuck
Let's
out
go
of here.
back to the video games.
The collective
Let's
side.
go to the video games. Hogwarts Legacy is already shaping up to be 2023's biggest selling game.
Oh,
this
wait.
from
I
GG
thought
Recon.
Forspoken was gonna take that, bruh.
Dude, I was
That
being
face, though!
sarcastic.
That face!
I was being sarcastic. Settle down.
Oh my goodness.
So
I want my
as spotted
$10.
by comic book. I settle down. As spotted by comicbook.com, Hogwarts Legacy is brewing up more than just Polyjuice Potion over on Amazon. The game is currently number 1 in terms of best-selling PlayStation 5 games. Cage, will you be getting the game? And are you okay with it being number 1 on the PlayStation 5 games? Best-selling PlayStation 5 games.
So if the game is legitimately good, I will definitely get it. I'm not even a Harry Potter fan. Matter of fact, I think Harry Potter is annoying. But this game looks fun. I love RPGs. I want a world. I want a
Harry
world I
Potter
can.
is what? Say that
Annoying.
again.
I think Harry Potter is very annoying. You know what? I still have a bit of PTSD from being forced to go to like friends' parties at the movie theater to watch one of these goddamn fucking Harry Potter movies. So like, yeah, it's like damn. Like, shout out to my childhood friend Derek for going to the Pokemon movie instead. Okay, he was a real one. But I think it's awesome that the game is doing well on Amazon, just because it makes all like the politically deranged people that want to bring politics into gaming like really pissed off. I love it.
We'll get there. Hold on.
Tears
We will
sustain
get
me.
there.
I will say this.
We will get there.
I really
Oh,
I
boy.
want Hogwarts. I want Hogwarts Legacy to be a good game, but I will say this. I am slightly concerned. At first, I thought this game was developed by Avalanche Studio, the devs that did Mad Max, which is like a cult. It's a cult classic, arguably. Yes. It was a good game. It was a solid game, but it's actually it's not developed by them, and so I'm concerned. It's developed by a studio that is named Avalanche, but they're not Avalanche Studios. They're Avalanche something else, and they've done stuff like Cars 3 and my horror, which is Dragon Ball Z Sagas back on the PS2. They've been making video games for a long time, but they've made a lot of small tier games like Cars and stuff like that. So this is a huge project that is definitely leagues above what they're used to making. I wish them the best. From what I see, it looks awesome, but I can't help but be like, maybe they could be biting off a little more they could chew. But if it's a good game, I want it because I want to be immersed in that world because that world looks very immersive. And I like to just be lost.
Did you pre-order it?
Not
Did
yet.
you pre-order it?
I try to avoid pre-ordering games
until
until like the last second.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the chat real quick. Welcome, Dank Nate. Stankmore says day one, game of the year. Hold on, dude. Best-selling game, sure. Game of the year? No.
Possibly.
Mad Likes Game says Texas doesn't have sarcasm. We can spell it. Stankmore says Cass gotta chill. That's the homie, but she gotta relax. I'm telling you, Cassie, don't be saying such things about Harry Potter.
Say it.
Much love, fam.
Say it proudly.
It's all love, bro.
Yeah, Mad Likes Game says, yeah, I don't give a fuck about Harry Potter, but the game looks dope, so I'm down for it, I guess. Damn.
See?
Dang it, I think it's going to be cloud only on Switch, or at least I hope. Okay. Dang Nate, hoping for the best with Hogwarts. It's gotta fit on the Nintendo Switch, so not sure how that's gonna get pulled out. They're gonna downgrade it like massively. All right. Cozy. Are you getting
for the Switch? I thought it was just
Hogwarts Legacy day one.
day $30.
Oh god.
You know how I roll.
So we'll
I'm
see
not-
you next year then.
I too am also not a Harry Potter fan, so
Okay,
it looks like
fine.
a cool game.
You're gonna
But
buy it day one, but are you looking forward to buying it when it drops to the price range that interests you, or is it one of those games where you're like, I have no interest and will never have any interest?
yes, but the problem with that is it depends on what else is out at the time. Because, like, you know, by the time a game drops at the price range I'm willing to pay, I also have like a bajillion other games that I'm willing to pay in that same price range. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have to remember to get that one specific game. If I'll try and remember to get it. Yeah.
Atomic Heart launches 6 days before Harry Potter on Game Pass, so I don't know.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
All right.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong? What's wrong with what?
Atomic Heart. I'm not really interested in that
nothing
either.
wrong with it. I'm just saying, you just said that, okay, you're not interested in Atomic Heart. All right. So the next section is going to really suck for you. Like, it's going to be horrible. Ham, Hogwarts Legacy, are you getting it day one or skipping?
I'm playing it day one. I'm not purchasing it, though. Sorry, Sony. I got friends.
Sorry, Sony.
You got friends in
The
high places?
platform that has sold the most consoles since launch. You're apologizing to them. Okay. Jesus. Talk about
No, I just
licking
know
the
people.
boots.
I just know people
Damn.
get butthurt when they're like, "Oh, you didn't buy the game," and I'm just like, "Dude, I'm a human with a wallet that I need to preserve money. I'm not trying. If I
it's
don't
gonna
have
take long,
to.
yeah.
Times are tough, bro.
I mean, bro, I have no problem buying a game that I love, right? But I don't know what this game's gonna be, and I'm not dying to play it, but I know somebody else that's getting it, and I'm excited to play it, but I'm not dying to play it. So since he's gonna get it, I'll just play it through the PlayStation like game share or whatever from him. And if I think this game is just a masterpiece, then I'll eventually buy it. But the game that I am buying day one, look, I don't think I need to tell you again.
Oh.
All right, we'll get to that. Let's get to the chat.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Turtles Hawaii says Lord of the Rings needs a good game, not the Shadows games, but I want to be Legolas standing on a horse shooting orcs. Thank you. I 100% agree with Turtles Hawaii. We're done with the Shadows.
Lord of
Give
the
us the real
Borings?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Boring.
Just don't let the people that wrote Rings of Power write the story. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Stagmo says Mad Like Games will buy another PS5 if this is coming, probably. Mad Like Games says Atomic Heart is probably my most anticipated game that isn't Starfield. Okay. Welcome, Oshus. Welcome.
Matt thinks he likes games if he thinks Atomic Heart is great.
Stagmo is thinking about probably midfall. Yeah, midfall.
I'm excited for midfall.
Any chance you get, just retweet midfall. And then tag Ham Solo. Just tag him.
I hope your stream
I'm
goes
excited.
out.
Real quick.
I'm excited for midfall.
There you go.
fun.
There you go. It's cool. At least you accept what it is. Ham, you should probably start doing the cuts here. All right. So the next one, I'm gonna go to Cozy because you're super excited about this one. Atomic Heart shows off 4K RTX gameplay. So personally, I like what I saw. All right. My only reservation is, do they have like full Russian dialogue? Can I just click and then listen to only Russian dialogue and read subtitles? Everything else about the game, I really like. Cage, did you see the gameplay, the 4K
Yeah.
gameplay, and what did you think about it?
The effects look really nice. The game, it looks pretty next gen. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. It kind of gives me like the vibes of like BioShock, so that's cool. Modern BioShock. I know a lot of games nowadays are kind of taken from BioShock, like in terms of, I guess people miss that game, so they're making their own game that seems to be inspired by it, and that's cool. It looks like it could be fun. If I'm probably gonna play it on Game Pass, and if I like it, I'll get a physical copy of it for sure.
Okay, so you're gonna give it a go. Cozy, tell us why
Yeah.
this is gonna be Game of the Year, and you can't wait to play it.
I don't know. This doesn't look like my type of game, but I do kind of like the idea of like dialogue. I like games that are dialogued in other languages, not Japanese though, but other languages that aren't Japanese. I can't stand Japanese voice acting. I'm not even gonna lie.
Why?
Because
No, we need to dive into this one. People.
I think it's the way the women sound. They all sound like punchable.
Not wrong.
Punchable.
Yeah,
Have
like
you
shut up. You
listened
just want
to
to choke them
yourself,
until they
Cozy?
stop talking.
Cozy,
Yeah.
have you ever shut your mouth and then press any recording that has your voice in it? Have you done that?
My voice.
All right, do that and then get back to me.
I
Do that
don't
and then get
like
back
the
to
way my voice sounds. I'm not even pretending I like the way my voice sounds, but I also don't like the way their voices sound. But
I try
anyway,
to avoid
All right.
listening to myself at all costs.
but I'm just saying that like I could probably try it a lot and be like more interested if like, oh, I can play this game with Russian voice acting.
Well, they haven't confirmed, but I did ask them directly. We'll see, but no one has said anything about just having Russian dialogue. I think that would be very refreshing. Ham Solo, Atomic Heart 4K gameplay. Did you see it? Did you like it? What are your thoughts? Are you gonna get it?
Love it, like it.
I mean, it's going into Game Pass. I'm going to save my money on this one again. I am ready to play it, not dying to play it. I think it looks fantastic. It looks really good,
Yeah.
but I've been fooled by that before. I think my last purchase really kind of got me down on buying brand new games like right away.
What game you get?
Callisto Protocol.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was my last $70
That was rough.
game.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry that you did that.
And I mean,
Damn.
it's not a bad, and it's not. It's just that it's not a bad, like horrible game. It's just like
It's not worth
disappointing.
70.
it's not. It's not worth $70 in my opinion. The story's okay. It's not like masterful. The graphics are probably the best part of the game, and to me, when the graphics are the best part of the game, it usually sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
Are you
sadly,
trying to shit on The Last of Us Part 2? Is that what you're doing, Ham? Because that's the best part of the game.
The Last of Us Part 2, the graphics were not the best part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, like
What?
the sad reality
How
is,
dare you?
and I don't want to, like for me, gaming is like my most beloved form of entertainment. I don't want to, like involve the money aspect in it, but unfortunately, like the current economic climate is very, very bad. Sadly, it's just something we can't avoid, and like as much as I want to say I just want to buy all the games that I want, like I can't do that, and like $70 for a game that in an industry that hasn't been able to even consistently put out a day one good playing performing game. It's just an unreasonable price point to me.
Elden
If the
Ring
industry,
was great day one.
not to some of my friends who were playing it on PC.
Oh, why would you pick the inferior experience?
They're PC gamers, man. It's crazy to think that most of my friends I game with on the daily, I met them on the PlayStation 4, and most of them have fucked off to PC.
All right. Okay. The second part of this with Atomic Heart is that the developer has confirmed that DLC will be entirely single player story focused. So I think this is an interesting announcement to make before the games even come out. Cage, does this make you more or less interested in the game?
I mean, it seems like they're going for something like story-wise that they're inspired to do. I do like story games that have, that the devs are very interested in making a good story. I mean, that seems to be their aspect of it. To some people that that's not good because they like multiplayer. And to be fair, I like a mix of both. So I mean, it could be interesting. I want to see them do what they're inspired to do on the game as developers, and that's the route they want to go. That's cool.
So for you, I'm going to ask you again. Is this a dub or an L? Don't sit in the middle. Pick one.
I don't see why it'd be an L. It's a win. And that's what they want to do, and
All right.
that's what they're inspired to do. As long as they do the best that they can do with it, hey, why not?
All right. Cozy, is this a plus or a minus for you, knowing that
Neither.
it's a single player game and all the expansions moving forward are just going to be single player focused?
I mean,
didn't lie.
That's a single player game. Like, I don't know why people would be expecting. I know people are always like disappointed because like I expect multiplayer and things, but single player is good. And them, I firmly believe that every dev should be making the product that they want, the game that they want.
Okay, so answer the question: is this a good thing for you or a negative?
I'm indifferent to the game. That's like you're asking me, do I want Munster or Swiss cheese? And I told you I didn't really care about cheese.
I mean, she brings up a good point. I can't really argue that.
All right. All right. Ham, does this piece of information make you want the game more or less? Is Ham there?
He's staring into the ether.
I'm sorry, what's that? But I was doing the timestamps. I'm sorry.
He's regretting his life decisions. I was saying, the announcement that the Atomic Heart DLC will be entirely single player focused. Is this something that makes you more or less interested in the game?
That's fine. I mean, it doesn't do anything for me either way. I don't care. I don't know what this game is. I haven't played it. I can't have any like judgment for it exactly quite yet. I mean,
I have a question.
Like is the whole first game like is the beginning part co-op or something?
No, the whole game is single player, and they're saying the DLC is single player story focused as well.
Then why would it matter?
My question is, are people legitimately upset that they've announced the DLC for this game is just single player related?
Well, if you look at the other first person games, except for like your Far Cry's and stuff, most of them end up incorporating multiplayer. Even Cyberpunk was talking about incorporating multiplayer, but they took so many L's at launch that they just had to forget that shit. Maybe the next Cyberpunk they'll do it.
The thing is, the reality is, it's like one of my favorite games, honestly, is the Tomb Raider reboot. The multiplayer is a crock of shit. It was a waste of development time, even though I really loved the game. So, like, don't tag on nonsense. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your effort when it comes to that. If people just expect like a tagged on trashy multiplayer, and that's like that's what they prefer over like good single player content, or what the devs or at least are inspired to do. Like what do you? I don't understand why people would be upset. Would they be happier if they said, "Yeah, we're gonna have microtransactions up the ass and loot boxes"? Like, would that make y'all happier?
Hell no. So let's go to the chat real quick. Tota Sawai says, I will say I watch anime dub because of the voice acting. So Cozy is not the only uncultured person that watches anime dubbed.
I love dubs, as long as the dub is reasonably good.
Yes,
Lord
dub. Dub.
What?
Dub,
have
dub.
you?
It's a dub. It's a dub. It's a dub.
Oh my god. All right.
It's a dub.
Speaking of L, Dank Nate said he spent $90 on Callisto. So Ham, you can feel a little better about yourself. Matt Likes Game says he played Horizon Forbidden West, had the displeasure of beating that recently horrible experience. Also, you misspelt it, brother. It's Forgotten West. All right. Even Jeff Keighley was like, Horizon?
Huh?
What's that? Exactly. So let's get to the fun bit. People are boycotting, or people are calling for the boycotting of Hogwarts Legacy and Atomic Heart. Cage, what are your thoughts on boycotting video games because they offend a certain group?
Well, I mean, as far as I've seen, the developers of both these games have done nothing to disrespect their audience. The people that seem to be protesting these games don't understand consumerism at all, or how it works. Most of these people seem to operate in ignorance itself, and I don't really like these people. You know, I'm the type of person, if the developer respects me, respects my time, my money, and they want to present a good product, and they seem to be doing all the right things. They don't have any snob ass remarks for us. Like, they're just doing their job, and they're presenting a good looking product that hopefully will be a good playing product. I wholeheartedly support them. And a lot of these like people that are kind of just in the activist space on Twitter and Reddit, whatever, they don't understand what it is to make money. I'm guessing like they just want to be out here crying and whining for attention. I don't understand these people, and if anything, when they do this kind of stuff, it makes me want to do the opposite. Naturally, as a human being, I've always been the type of person that if you tell me not to do something, like you're demanding I not do something, it makes me instantaneously want to go against you. So, I mean, you could hate J.K. Rowling all you want, but you come off more annoying than J.K. Rowling is when you're telling me not to buy this. Otherwise, I'm a phobe, bigot, whatever. Like, you guys are clowns.
Which is insane.
Yeah, it's like, like my thing is, why do you think you are so entitled to tell people what to do? Like, how narcissistic are you? Like, and they don't even realize it. It's like you think that you're clearly better than everyone else. So, like, by that, you know, you're a POS, you're a piece of shit, straight up.
Tell us how you really feel, Cage. Ham, you want to chime in on this one?
Sure.
Jeez.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely chime in. So I'm not a big J.K. Rowling follower or whatnot, but from what I heard from friends, she's not the coolest cat on the block. She definitely kind of has taken this subject to a whole nother level and is like, I guess, and this is hearsay. This is from what I've heard. That she just kind of like her stance is now like what she does. Like,
I mean, she's a middle-aged Karen. That's all she is.
yeah, sure, exactly. And like my point to like that is like, dude, you're super rich. Leave people alone. Just go away. Just leave people alone.
Yeah.
But as for like the fans crying out like, oh, this game, like if you buy this, you're okaying this, and like all that stuff, I just think is utter BS. I tell you what, the dude that made this game, Eternal Darkness, right here, is a creep. He is or at least I've heard things about him possibly getting into, you know, liking younger people way too young.
Ooh.
Yeah, one of the developers for this game, right? If somebody
P-word?
were to say, you know
The
what, what?
The P word.
Yeah, I don't want to say that.
CP.
But yeah, so
Ooh.
if somebody said, hey, I thought this game is awesome, I'm gonna remake this game. Am I a bad person from buying it from the person that remade it? That's not like that person? That's not a terrible person that didn't get his studio shut down due to Unreal Engine BS? And also, you know, other stuff? No, I'm not a terrible person. And the person that's making the game wouldn't be terrible either. And that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing 100% with Cassie on this. Yo, these people that made the game are not J.K. Rowling. In fact, this game takes place before J.K. Rowling's books.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here?
She didn't write it.
Yeah, you're spitting the facts right now. She didn't even write it. What do you want from people? I mean, hell, remember back in the day with like Jerry Buss, or not Jerry Buss, but the Clippers owner that was supposedly like, you know, a not cool guy.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Disgusting, dude.
That doesn't make the whole NBA horrible.
It doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
It really doesn't.
So I mean, I just think this is BS. Sorry, continue.
If we follow this logic, right? Microsoft has interest in things that are deplorable. The places where they make these laptops and these processors and whatever, deplorable conditions for the people that are there. J.K. Rowling's just talking crap. There's people dying out here so we can fucking buy these boxes from all these companies. So if we're going to follow these people's logic, right, we would have no games to play, because morally, if we investigate all of this, there's blood on it. Your clothes, there's people trying to kill themselves in China to make your clothes. So, okay, take your clothes off. Your house, there's someone that can do some research to figure out that there was some slave stuff there or whatever. Get out your house as well. Essentially, stop living your life if we follow this logic to its conclusion. But anyway, it's not for me to rant. Welcome, Crazy Louis. He says, the crazy one is here.
Crazy
Hammy, Solo, the beautiful Cozy Beluga. I will report you to HR, sir. Welcome, Dre Watson. Osher says, imagine boycotting America every time a third world country gets bombed. We'd have no entertainment. Thank you, dude. This guy gets it. Madlax Game says, it's a silly argument. People love to be outraged about something. It's fine to feel how you feel, but it's like what Cassie said. If you tell me I can't do something, I want to do it more. True. Cozy, do you agree with the people with the sentiment of boycotting video games?
I'm going to say something along the lines of agreeing with you, in that, you know, a lot of times
I must make you feel really bad.
No, but a lot of times when I see these things, I always think back to the time where I went and I got some Chick-fil-A and I thought nothing of it, and someone was criticizing me. And I was like, weren't you just telling me that how much you love Reese's peanut butter cups? And I was like, you literally know that Hershey's chocolate is all made with literally trafficked human slave labor. And they were like, that's different though.
It's always different.
No.
And no, that was my reaction. I was like,
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Your phone, the battery in your phone. Do you know what they're doing to Liberia and all the other Central African countries that have these batteries that they put into these Teslas that you guys love so much?
Kidnapping people to provide, which is why I'm also really big about recycled technology. But yeah, essentially,
reducing waste.
Like, so, yeah, when it's ridiculous. These people, it's like, I think it's an easy outrage, and I think that's why, because it's an easy outrage. Like, real outrages, real awful things that are happening require more sacrifice.
Yep. That's the shame of it all, really, when you do bring up a good point. Like, to me, I remember back in the day, like, activism was like people actually, getting off their couch and putting in some work. Like going clean up the streets, get the garbage, like actually physical labor, working towards a goal. Spreading
of all these clothes you haven't worn in months and going to donate it.
Yeah, and now activism has devolved into some clown sitting on their couch with their feet up, tweeting on Twitter about how evil X is, and if you support them, then you're this phobe, whatever. It's just like you guys are like, honestly, these people just deserve to be delegitimized. That's honestly mocking and shaming, delegitimize them. They don't deserve to actually feel as though they have some power in our gaming space. And I've come out and said a while ago that I believe in gatekeeping, because I've seen people that aren't involved in gaming specifically, since it's the topic. They are not a fan of video games, but they're in our space because it's traction for them, and they don't belong here. I'm sorry, you don't deserve to be here. You're not genuine.
Here. Cassie, you're right. They're only here. Most of these people are only here because this is the biggest entertainment industry on the planet. That's
exactly.
That's the only reason they're here. They don't like smashing these buttons. That's why they don't share their gamer tags. And if they did, you would see on the Xbox they got like 2,000 achievement points. On PlayStation, like 6 bronze trophies. That is it. They want to use gaming as a vehicle for whatever they ultimately do want to share. But to share the love of just gaming, that's not the primary objective. And it's unfortunate. Dank Nate says lithium and cobalt mining is horrid. Yeah, so I've actually forgot the names of the compounds that are being mined in Central Africa, and Dank Nate's pointing it out. Thank you very much. I did think that like electric cars and all this stuff that gets peddled to us was like super great and progressive, and then I was freaking watching the BBC and they were showing coverage of what happens on the ground, and I was like, damn.
I mean, it's like crazy the kind of stuff they show you, and then the kind of stuff you decide to stand up for.
You know what though?
You know, like it's like, no, not the video game. This is
absolutely,
bad.
The chocolate thing, I absolutely don't buy chocolate from there, from any source like that's not ethically traded or whatever, specifically because there was a guy that came to our school and he'd been kidnapped, like, and sent to like another country to like, basically he was like sent, I think someplace like, not, he was from the Ivory Coast, but he was sent someplace else to basically collect chocolate when he was like supposed to be going to school. And then like he was there for like 2 years, and yeah, it was pretty awful. I was like, wow.
All right. So last point, because we've really deviated here. Last point on this one. Osha's point, like Osha's really wants us to get into this, and I'm not going to let him derail it. This is the last point, then we're moving on. He says activists destroyed American comic books. Now they are coming for gaming. This is 1000% correct. Comic books, if we're being honest, for people that actually read them and tracked the numbers, they were slowly dying. The activists came and just chopped the head off. Like they should have still been selling like hundreds of thousands. Now it's like in the single thousands for comic books. It is horrible. And now they have to jump to the other side. So movies, TV shows, and video games. They're gonna
Whatever's
kill
trending.
Yep. Like I
The
said,
trend killers.
But let's
gatekeep. If you care about gaming, gatekeep. Twitter, I honestly don't care about Twitter anymore. If I lose my account, I mock these people. They're a joke to me, and I let them know that. I think I want them to personally know that I think that they're a joke because one, it pisses them off, and two, it delegitimizes them in the eyes of the people.
and also gatekeeping. People, because of Gamergate, a lot of people made it look or tried to make it look like gatekeeping is bad. Dude, the only reason we have doctors that know how to treat us is that they have a mechanism for keeping people that are unqualified to speak on and practice out. We need to figure out a way to keep the people that aren't here for the games out. It's an unfortunate reality, but if you let everyone in, you get what we're getting now.
Yeah,
A
and
whole
I think,
bunch of people. Ain't nobody talking about the buttons. Ain't nobody talking about how clickety clackety this thing is as compared to how smooth this one is.
Oh,
People are
stop it.
talking about economic whatever. Bro, I'm trying to play a game. I was
Yeah.
at work for 8 hours. I'm not trying to get home and not turn on CNN, but then get CNN on the fucking Xbox or the PlayStation. I want to go to Asgard, actual Asgard, on my PlayStation. And I want to feel like I'm there. Viper says that's called segregation. Viper, not everyone gets to be everywhere, all right? The only reason these people haven't gotten into football and the NBA is because they can't run fast and they can't jump high. Otherwise, that's what will be happening, all right? Sports is the last bastion, but they will find a way to ruin it as well, all right? Gogo Post says the pendulum is swinging back to the middle because money talks. I don't know, man. I think you have too much faith in people.
And honestly, I don't think it's
I really do.
segregation. It really isn't segregation. Like segregation is when you separate people based on arbitrary, things that shouldn't keep us apart. Like, race, color, religion, creed. Like that shit shouldn't keep us apart. When it comes to this, you're separating people that are know nothings from people who actually know gaming.
I think Gogo Polo that's a good point.
The guy, the lead writer that was on, or one of the writers that was on Witcher and now is making the new X-Men animated series, put a rule where he said the only people we're going to hire are people that are passionate and love the source material of what we're making. And people were calling him toxic. Official publications were calling his hiring process toxic. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a world where we are making a video game about God of War, right? I only want to hire people that are passionate about God of War, and I will be testing. Your technical skills will be counted, but your passion and love for this franchise will be tested. And that's a bad thing. I'm like, bro, what? We need people that know that
someone who doesn't love X-Men.
Is like, sorry?
Who wants an X-Men from people who don't love it?
I don't want my car to be fixed by somebody that
I'll
ain't
send
certified.
you the links and you can
I tell you that. I mean, what's the
No,
damn difference?
Dog.
If you don't love something and you're not into it, why are you, I don't think I want you touching.
A big problem is these companies also deliberately hire people that don't like what they're being hired for. It's like I'm hearing that the showrunner for the Last of Us TV show said that they don't particularly like zombie apocalyptic sort of things. And it's just like, why are you here then? Like, I don't understand. Like, and they get off to that shit. I mean, I used to really love Star Trek back in the day. What's his name that did these recent Star Trek movies that came out?
I hate him so much.
Yeah, like J.J. Abrams. He said that he does not like Star Trek, and I'm like, why are you here? Why
literally said something about taking out everything that was thought provoking about it. Exactly. And I was like,
everything is for everyone. People need to understand that. Not like, honestly, there's some things that a lot of people love that I'll never get into, and that's fine. You could have your thing. I don't need to be there. I like this stuff over here, and I don't want that to be changed. Just like I don't want things that I don't like to be changed to appeal to me. If I'm not into it, I'm not into it. Why are you trying to appeal to me? Like, this is weirdo mentality.
God. So basically, they just use what's already established as a vehicle for whatever creativity they have, instead of going to create something new. Why? Because they're creatively bankrupt.
And
you look at people like Kojima in Japan. Someone actually, a couple of years ago, I posted something on Twitter saying that you want proper original art, anime, movies, series, whatever. Go to the East, go to Korea, go to Japan. You will have a ball. You will lose yourself that side. And someone is like, oh, you just hate inclusivity and whatever, because in Korea and Japan, they only have like Asians doing the content that's there. I'm like, bro, if you like Nigerian shit, trust me, you won't find one white person in any of their movies. And that is fine. And this thing about I need to see myself in the media, no, for me to see myself in whatever I'm consuming, they have to have the same skin color, is reductive to me as a person. You are diminishing my creativity or my thought process to see someone living something, and just because they don't look like me, I cannot feel what they are feeling. I cannot imagine a samurai in feudal Japan because he doesn't have the same skin color. His eyes are not like mine. His lips are not like, so it's not relevant to me. That the foundation of racism is exactly that. But everyone, for some reason, or most people in media right now, believe that that is the way forward. And for me, that is so it's like we're moving backwards. It's crazy.
It reminds me of what Paul Mooney said.
I didn't like T'Challa. Sorry?
No, I was just saying, it reminds me of what Paul Mooney said a long time ago on the Chappelle Show. He's like, Last Samurai featuring what's his name from the Maverick, Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise.
And then he's like, how about we make a movie called The Last Brother on Earth featuring Tom Hanks? Because it just doesn't make any damn sense. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This is true segregation, and people do support that. It's kind of weird, man.
Yeah, and for me, it's funny because I spend my whole life admiring the US and the culture in the US, because the way I looked at the US and what I was taught here is the United States is not a country. It is more than just boundaries and land. The United States of America is an idea, you know? It is freedom personified. It is a dream. It is something that cannot be killed. And damn, the Americans killed America. Fucking hell, man. Jesus.
Yeah. You're not kidding.
Dude, I would be terrified if tomorrow someone told me, yo, you need to go and live in the States. I'll be like, bro, send me to Ukraine or some shit. What? Anyway, that was a big left turn. Let's focus back on the show. Thanks to everyone in the chat coming in here with the jabs. Gogo says Jar Jar Abrams, Star Wars. Dude, let's not get into Star Wars. Let us not get into Star Wars. Tortoise Hawaii says, I wish they had people who cared about Halo make the Halo show. They were completely you know what? I kind of like the Halo show.
Because you have trash taste. You have trash taste.
Oh man. Cage, do you also agree? Was the Halo show bad?
I didn't bother watching that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
To get me to
Ham
watch
Solo.
a TV show is almost impossible.
Yo,
Ham, did you like the Halo show?
yeah, I thought it was great. I had a good time with it.
Thank you. I'm not crazy. Viper says we need Black Samurai. Viper, I'm about to give you a treat, and you are going to be grateful to me for the rest of your life. Google Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai is so
the
underrated.
whole
What is
season.
it?
I agree.
Solid game, a solid
Download
anime.
Yes. There's
The music too.
Viper.
Oh,
a game around here.
Dude, listen, guys, let me finish. Viper, download the whole season. Get the best headphones you can find. Don't listen on no surround sound or whatever. Get the best headphones that you can find and binge I think it's 11 episodes or 9. I'm not sure. Just watch it and then just come and say thank you to me, and you're welcome in advance. Dude, Black Samurai, just mwah, mwah. Gogo Post says the Halo show was good sci-fi, but it wasn't. Yes, it wasn't Halo. Let's be real, it wasn't Halo, but it was a good show. I enjoyed
I
it.
hated the kids. I don't like that
Master
whole like
Chief,
annoying kid character thing that they do in shows.
yeah. I think they got that from Sony. The whole companion thing.
Those aren't the only shows that do that. It's like a lot of things. It's just like the necessity of the only. It's like a trope.
Witcher. Oh my god, Witcher. Dude, I wanted Geralt. I didn't want Kratos with his little daughter that he's chasing all over the world. I wanted Witcher.
But they also
Jeez.
put a very current and
welcome,
modern
Glenn.
lens on that character, and so the character's super annoying. Like, you're not gonna get like some kid raised out in desperate such time that's gonna be angsty and annoying, because you don't. Being angsty and annoying is a luxury.
Yeah, Ham, did you like the Witcher show? Ham Solo, are you there?
I'm sitting here talking to a muted mic. No, I was saying I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting to get further into the game to actually start watching the show.
Dude, just watch the show before you play the game, because if you finish the
Why?
game, right, you're gonna be in love with it, and then when you watch the show, it's just gonna break your heart. It will break your heart.
Your achy breaky heart.
Yeah. Cage, did you watch Witcher? Did you like it?
I don't sub to Netflix, and I kind of avidly avoid everything Netflix.
All right. That
Yeah.
You know what? That's a dub right there. Because Witcher, oof, that was rough. I mean, Henry Cavill tried. He tried his best, but
Sounds like from everything
Osha
I've gathered, he's the only one that tried. So
yeah, he's the only one that tried. But the whole plot, like, Ham, you don't mind me spoiling it a bit, right?
Go ahead.
Basically, instead of it being Witcher, right? The Witcher is a side character. The main character, or the main characters, is Yen and Ciri. And Yen, instead of being a mother figure to Ciri like she is in the games and the books, there's a part where she tries to kill Ciri so she can gain her powers back. And Yen doesn't look
that's
like
horrifying.
Yen.
I'm scared.
She's just not like Yen, you know? But
Clearly.
you're not missing out. And Ham Solo, if I was you, I would just avoid watching Witcher. But hey, man, it's up to you. Do what you want to do. Mad Lights Game says
I
Witcher
didn't hear anything that you just said because I took my headphones off while I heard you talking for the most part. Because I didn't want to hear any of it.
Cool.
I didn't mind that you spoiled it for everybody else, but not for me.
All right, cool. Hey, man, enjoy the show. Mad Lights Game says Witcher show was dope. Okay. Definitely different than the game, but I genuinely enjoyed Witcher. Wait for season 4. You're in for a treat. Anyways, let's move on because that
Okay.
was a hell of a left turn.
Yeah.
Game rant. Were the Steam Awards for 2022 winners were announced. Since the event was introduced in 2016, the Steam Awards have given players the opportunity to vote for games across a range of categories on the popular sales platform. So, my question to you guys, and I'm going to start off with Cage. What are your thoughts on the Steam Awards? An award that is 100% based on player votes, but only the players that bought and played a certain amount. Because buying the game is not enough for you to vote. You have to buy and play like a certain percentage or complete a certain percentage for you to qualify to then vote. What are your thoughts on the Steam Awards?
In general, I don't really value any awards at all, but I think in terms of comparing this way of like doing awards versus other ways of doing awards, I think this is more viable than I think anything else that's been presented this far. So I mean, that's cool. People are gonna do awards shows, and it's like at least this one seems to be at least more viable to me personally. So it's cool.
Okay. Cozy, what are your thoughts on the Steam Awards?
But I also am not like I'm pretty about the whole war thing. But I, as someone who like has constantly said, you've heard me say this before, Steam is the only place I think that I value the reviews from, because they're just a cut above the rest when it comes to that. It's like, people will explain, their review process. You can find good reviews, lots of them, and it pretty much lines up with my already taste. So I think their awards are more valuable than anyone else's awards.
They're more valuable to the player.
Yeah.
Or to the prospective buyer. All right. Ham, what are your thoughts on the Steam Awards?
Oh man, I'll tell you one thing that I'll give credit to it. At least they have the awards after the year's over.
Come on, are you still bitching about High on Life not qualifying for the Game Awards?
I don't remember ever complaining about that, but no, I'm complaining. I'm complaining that it makes no sense to have a Game Awards in the same year for that year when there's still games coming out. It just literally makes no sense. It's like having a Super Bowl before the playoffs. It just doesn't do it for me. Like, there are some games that came out in December that are going to be forgotten about by next year. And yeah, maybe that could happen even if they did shove the date to next year. But what I'm saying is, let's give the whole year the chance and then have the award in January or February. So then you're literally talking about every game up to then. I say do it in January, so in as early as possible in January. So then once the next release of I guess big or somewhat big game would be after that reward. Yeah, like the 5th or something like that. Like, I just don't understand why they were like, you know what? Let's put it right before Christmas when there's already a ton of stuff kind of going on. I feel like, dude, if you were to put it right after Christmas, to me, that'd give me like a little extra kind of Christmas thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like the holiday season isn't quite over yet because the Game Awards hasn't happened yet. Once the Game Awards come through, then the new year has started. But instead, they have it at the beginning of December, and it just doesn't make any sense to me.
So first off, if High on Life had come out earlier than it did, PlayStation
Why do you keep talking about High on Life?
They'd be much more salty than they are right now. Because a lot of people are pissed off that people are just having fun with that game. because I think it would have garnered enough like attention to actually show up on the Game Awards. So quickly, Cage.
I think you're
guess what
delusional.
was the game of the year for Steam? Guess what was the game of the year for Steam?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
That's why I said guess. Cage, go first.
Cult of the Lamb. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was the God of War game, if I'm not mistaken, or something.
Okay. Cozy, what do you think was game of the year on Steam?
Was it Stray?
Stray did win most innovative gameplay.
That's crazy.
Cozy.
That gameplay is basic.
It's very basic. It's just that it's a cat. That is the only thing that is unique about Stray. People are, you know what? I don't like to judge about it. Anyway, Cozy.
Immortality. Immortality.
Oh, you still hung up on that sex scene, Cozy. Jesus. Anyway, the winner, the
True
winner
innovation.
is the game that slit the throat of The Last of Us Part 2, Elden Ring.
Oh shit.
And that is our last piece of news for today, guys. Elden Ring is now the most awarded game of all time. Cage, what are your thoughts on this one?
I mean, to me, it doesn't really make much of a difference, but to watch and to watch The Last of Us, fanboys and fangirls, in anger and frustration over the shit, it's music to
Steven.
my ears. I just want to take their tears and use it for my water cooler, my PC. Like, so if they can produce
Yes.
more of the tears, I'm all for it.
Mm.
A lot of people don't realize this, but exactly.
That was
A lot-
unnecessary.
A lot of people don't realize this, but The Last of Us fans, and this is coming from, I love the first The Last of Us game. It's not a perfect game, but I really genuinely enjoyed it. So much so I'd actually be so inspired is to go on The Last of Us Facebook page and actually engage with the community. What a lot of people don't understand about the Last of Us community, even before The Last of Us Part 2, is that they were absolute cancer even before the sequel came out. So, like, you know, just watching them cry and scream and say this is BS, I love it. I'm here for it. Your tears sustain me.
Cage, the problem, or for me at least, the mitigating factor is that with the first one, right? Everyone loved it, and that was cool. And the toxic people that worshipped at the knees of The Last of Us Part 1 had no physical evidence of why everyone else should worship The Last of Us. So when they got all the awards and everything, Jesus, like you couldn't say one thing and people would just be posting randomly, oh yeah, it's the most awarded game of all time. And to be fair, what are you going to say to that? What are you going to say? But now, oh my God. Cozy, go ahead, tell us how do you feel about Elden Ring being the most nominated or winningest game in history?
As I said before, Elden Ring does something that I can't think of the last time a game has done what Elden Ring has done. An amazing feat is to get people that are not fans to love what you do. If you know, and there hasn't been a game I'm really just struggling to think the last time there was a game that has just gotten people who are like, man, I really love this game, despite the fact that it's like a checklist of things I don't like. And for that, it deserves all the kudos.
Go. I would say Pokemon Go.
It's a mobile game.
That was the last game.
Oh yeah,
that made people.
I would agree.
I'm talking about game period. That was the last game that made people that don't do stuff do stuff, and everyone's just like, "What is going on over there?"
Right?
Because
why are there
that
a
was the
bunch
last
of
one.
people in front of my building?
Yeah, that's a
Like this the whole time, walking
Elden-
into oncoming traffic.
Guys, Elden Ring had people on Facebook Like you couldn't scroll for more than 2 seconds on any social media, any, and there was Elden Ring on there. I think they made a bunch of sales just off of people that were like, you know what? I'm so tired of hearing about this crap. Let me go and buy the damn thing. And too many of
That was
them
me.
actually loved it, and they didn't get refunds. They didn't get refunds. They kept playing the damn thing.
Yeah, I can't.
So Ham, go ahead, Cozy, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's been a long time since a game has done that, and you can praise a lot of other games and say they're great in aspects, but they're great if you already like what they do. And like the Elden Ring is literally a game that I want to play because I'm like, okay, I have to see what it's about. There are plenty of games where people are like laud them. I'm like, I'm never going to touch that. You know, when people talk about like the games, like I hate cutscenes. I can think of one game that got me to wade through that sort of thing to actually play it. But if you don't already like something, you're not going to just be like, oh yeah. And doing that is that's so deserved.
So Elden Ring actually did that. So that's pretty special. Ham, what are your thoughts on Elden Ring taking the cup?
I should have known better. That's my thought. I should have known better.
How so?
Because I was just thinking of like, you said biggest game on Steam, and then I'm thinking like, what do people I know play on like Steam and stuff like that. So I was thinking of that, but I didn't even think about like the elephant in the fucking room, to be honest. Like, hey, the most awarded game is right here. Why didn't you guess the obvious? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like that little pain image animation that comes over to the top of anime's head. Like I got one of those right now. It's just like
yeah. So Oshus brings up something that's pretty funny. He says, "Yep, I hated Souls games before Elden Ring. So I loved the idea of one day becoming good at Souls games. So I bought Demon Souls, when it came out and started popping. I couldn't beat the first boss. I quickly left it alone. I bought Dark Souls. I bought Dark Souls 2. Bought Dark Souls 3, all of them like Ultimate Editions. I didn't beat one boss in any of those games, and I just quickly jumped off. Elden Ring taught me how to be not patient, not persistent, but just calm.
accurate.
Calm in the face of defeat. Elden Ring taught me how to do that, to the point where I gained confidence and I went back to Dark Souls 3 and I beat the first boss, because of what I'd learned from Elden Ring. So I'm just going to stop there because I don't want to start tearing up and then people start calling me, I don't even know what you call a Dark Souls fanatic.
A little bitch.
Whatever. Let's go to the chat. Let's go
before you go to the chat real quick, I just want to make a quick. Before you go to the chat real quick, I just want to make a quick statement. And I just want to say you're right, Loke, because I tell you, I've never been so okay with dying in a game until I played that. Like other times when I turned on like Mortal Shell or Demon Souls or any other game that was Souls-like, I would get so frustrated that I just couldn't get by these few guys, to the point where I was just like, you know what? I'm done with this. And then Elden Ring, taught me all those little things of just like, dude, just think a little bit more. Just take your damn time. I mean, I know you said it wasn't all about that, but it's all those little things though. Take your time, be accurate. It's okay if you die, because you'll probably be, if you set yourself up properly, you'll be right back dead in front of the fight again. So like preparation is just so insane in that game.
Yeah.
But go on.
For me,
My bad.
it brought back vibes. It brought back vibes of the first time, not the first, the first few times that I played Nintendo, the NES. I used to watch my brother play, but there was a couple of times that he gave it to me and he was like, play. He gave me the controller and he said play. And I would get nervous and scared and sweaty palms, and I hadn't gotten that feeling since Metal Gear. Since Metal Gear, every game that I ever played was kind of like, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's awesome, whatever. But I didn't get that feeling of, dude, I felt like I was in the game, you know? And yeah. Anyway, let's stop here because I don't want to be getting emotional over fucking Elden Ring. Okay. Notable notable tweets. Ham clip. Notable tweets. Oh, this will be good. Cozy. Rob's zombie is coping, obviously. Says Elden Ring doesn't have the narrative, the score, the facial animation, the visuals, the sound design that God of War has. I played 5 or 6 hours of Elden Ring and was bored. I really do not understand this. Go.
Who said that?
At Robs_zombie.
So
We call him Rob. We call him
So-
Rob.
So the thing is, a game doesn't. It didn't have to have all those things. It just had to have a lot of those things, and I think, like, some of those things are going to be subjective, but Souls games are a lot of something that's very beautiful that I think a lot of games that are more narrative and use cutscenes skip out on, which is environmental storytelling. Which is beautiful and unwasted exposition. But I don't know, I think people that just say things like that are just upset because they are emotionally invested in an unhealthy way in something, and they should probably just pick another hobby for a bit to step back and see themselves as not an accessory, see that as not an accessory of their existence.
Damn, that got deep real quick. Jeez. Oh man, let's go to the chat. Medlex Game says, yeah, facial animation. That's what makes a game great. LMAO. Curtis Hawaii says, that's my only knock against Tetris. It's the facial animations. So quick aside, I absolutely love Tetris. I think Tetris is one of the best games ever made.
You talk
I
about
know
the
it's,
villainy
like,
of the
basic
squiggle
and-
blocks, that the blocks are like, those blocks are absolutely the antagonists.
Yes. Yeah. And the
Facts.
protagonist is that long, like
Yes!
the vertical, just
The
killer.
hero we
What?
need.
Yes. That's the hero. That's our hero. All right. Next, Cage. At snap, it's naps said, I didn't know the Russian government made Atomic Heart just because they're based in Russia or base the game off Russia doesn't mean they support what's going on. Most Russians aren't allowed to say anything bad about the war or they will be killed. Go.
I agree. I mean, I don't live in Russia, and I don't think America is nearly as extreme as Russia, but there's a lot of things America does that I don't co-sign. I don't really have a voice in the matter, sadly, and it just is what it is. It's out of my control. As much as our government likes to act like power is to the people, but more than ever before, I feel like my voice isn't heard in my own country. So, I mean, I on a smaller scale, I understand that, Russian people of Russia, I'm sure that they have their own opinions, but unfortunately, due to the way that their government is, they definitely have to tread on thin ice. But the devs have nothing to do with the unfortunate state of the world. They just want to make a video game and see success, and I'm sure that they hope that people enjoy the game, and to try and destroy that just because they're based in a country that you don't really you're against politically. I mean, that's really thinking small-mindedly.
Short, straight to the point. Ham Solo. At Isekai Trash Boy.
What up, Jedi?
Okay. Said, sorry?
No, I was just talking to somebody in chat. Go ahead.
Okay. Isekai Trash Boy said, if you want to boycott Hogwarts Legacy because of transphobia, but are still actively supporting Elon Musk via your Twitter usage, maybe your problem is not the transphobia. Thoughts?
I mean, I see where I see the direction that he's reaching, and in a way, I agree with this person because they're just saying like they're more or less saying, "Yo, if you got a problem with this, there's a ton of other things that you could have a problem with too, but you're not talking about that. You're focused on this, as we were talking about earlier, for clout. You weren't talking about this when the game was announced." Most people weren't talking about this stuff when it was announced. They're waiting. The closer to the deadline, the louder they're getting. And I don't even think half the time they know what the hell they're even yelling about or who they're yelling to. As we pointed out earlier, JK didn't write this. This is before... This game is made before her books.
But she's
JK didn't develop it.
I'm gonna play.
Sure.
Yeah,
she's
okay.
profiting off of it, and that's probably the big issue. But it's hers.
Yeah. I mean, go write your own book.
If you hate me, you know. And you know, I wrote, you know, I made, you know, a book or whatnot. And somebody else decides to use my IP or whatnot, of course I'm gonna need some cash for that. But I don't understand how you, as a fan of their product, I don't understand how you get offended by them. Because let's get real for a second. You hating on this game or anybody hating on this game is not offending JK. They're offending the people that are making this damn game. And they ain't got nothing to do with this. So I don't think that's fair. And with that, with that tweet, I think he hit the nail in his own way.
Also, something really funny I saw today. They reported J.K. Rowling's book company that prints the Harry Potter books had like a 30 or 40% dip in revenue. And one of the activists retweeted that like, don't go woke, go broke, right? And some dude who actually looked up the numbers was like, yeah, she didn't make 4 billion, she made 3 billion last year. And then put a picture of her crying, like with money, and she's wiping her tears away. I'm like, dog, that is vicious. That is heartless. Jeez.
It's actually really funny because if you read the article, it's sort of like basically pandemic explosion happened and then the numbers stabilized. But no, she didn't. She's still up. It's sort of like, imagine you go up by 100 and like, 80%, and then it decreases by like 60%. You're still up from, your original point, but you're just not up as high. But it was basically the whole pandemic spike that happened.
These people that are so hateful.
And the people peddling the information are making it look like, oh, this is going bad for her because she tweeted about... no, it is not.
Yeah.
Normies don't even know what her thoughts are on these things. Sorry. Welcome, Jedi Knight Peter is saying hi to everyone. Gogo Poe says, I'm hating on the game because Sony has extra quests. Not fair at all. You know what I have to say about that, Gogo Poe? It's one mission, bruv. and it's not even like a main mission. It's one mission that has nothing to do with the main mission. There's no like special stuff that you get from it. It's just one mission. We actually covered this topic last year, and all the content amounts to about like 2 hours. For me, it's not relevant. It's fine. Viper says, "Oh, Viper, by YouTube, dog. I am not saying that. No one is saying Ham. Don't say anything. Anyways, that is it for the notable tweets. Clip, Ham. Clip. Time for the quiz. So this year we're starting off at 0 for everyone. Last year was like a testing period, you know. The winner, the ultimate winner was Ham Solo, but he didn't actually get anything. This year, there will be a prize. Me and Ham are working on something. By the end of the month, we will have a final prize for the person that wins quiz time at the end of the year. But also, instead of just making it so the person that wins gets something, the person that wins is also gonna be able to gift something to someone in the chat. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Oh god, Matt Likes Games is capping. He says he won last year. Yeah, you won like one show, dude. I'm talking about total wins. Ham Solo was on 10. It wasn't even close. He was lapping you guys. Anyways, Ham, Cozy, Cage, are you ready? Hello?
What?
Yep, go for it. Shoot.
No.
Just for that, Cozy, you're going last.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, Cage, you ready?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, let's go to the chat. Tortoise Hawaii says winner should get a J.K. Rowling Funko Pop. You know what? That sounds like a good idea.
Is she
I
coming
like it.
Funko Pop?
You know,
I wonder.
what man
Wait.
that people haven't brought up in regards to like Twitter and Reddit activism on this situation. Like, regardless of what you feel about J.K. Rowling's personal politics and her feelings and thoughts, realistically, J.K. Rowling's creations have created like so many jobs and uplifted so many people through her works, whereas these people that want to destroy her don't mind completely destroying other people in the process, if it be their jobs, their livelihoods. Like, who is the real villain here? You
Not
know,
to
like
mention
in the
there's a
grand
reason
scheme.
she's not a billionaire anymore as well.
Yeah, because she donates a lot of the money. Also, Cage, when you're saying these people are comfortable destroying these lives, are you forgetting these are the same people that get hired to write Star Trek, Star Wars,
Can we
etc.?
not talk about the things they've ruined?
The things that they didn't build up, but they avidly destroy. Yeah.
It's easy to destroy a house you didn't build.
Yep.
It's very easy. It doesn't hurt. Anyway, let's get to the quiz. Otherwise, we're gonna be here for a minute. Cage.
Shoot.
Genshin Impact's new update is numbered 3.4. True or false?
I'm gonna say true.
Correct. Ham Solo. Said update will bring a new snow area. True or false?
To what?
I asked Cage a question.
I didn't
I
know that was
said-
going to be part of my question, so I didn't listen.
I said Genshin Impact's new update is numbered as 3.4.
Okay,
Your-
true.
Your question is
True.
false. It's a
Damn it.
It's a desert area, not a snow area.
I don't know
Cozy.
damn thing about Genshin, and that's
Okay.
fine.
Cozy.
Yes.
One new playable character will also be added in update 3.4. True or false?
What's update 3.4?
Of Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact.
True?
False. It's 2 new characters.
Oh,
Okay.
This is why we hate you.
right.
Dang.
Just
That's
in case y'all forgot, I'm here to remind you. Cage, I won't be repeating myself, so please pay attention. A bug pestering Overwatch 2 players since it found its way into the game with Season 2 has been fixed. Players that played as Hanzo will no longer have to experience the jarring recoil that will result from firing his primary weapon. True or false?
Activision fixing something, that's definitely got to be false.
Ooh, it's actually true.
Wow.
It's his
I'm
primary
utterly
weapon.
shocked.
It's his
Hanzo
primary
fans
weapon.
being
They had to
bitches.
do something. All right, Ham Solo. Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3's limited collector's edition will be made available on February 16th. True or false?
What day is it? February 16th on?
I'll repeat the
See.
question.
No, I
Gate.
heard everything. I
Baldur's
heard everything.
Gate-
So I'm gonna say, I heard everything. I'm gonna say true.
False.
Damn it.
It's already available.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cozy.
Yes.
The collector's edition for Baldur's Gate 3 will cost $270. True or false?
True.
Correct. Cage.
Yep.
Baldur's Gate 3 has been out in early access since October 7th, 2020. True or false?
True.
False. October
Damn.
6th,
Of
2020.
course. I had a feeling it's going to be something
He's a
that
jerk.
petty.
Am Solo. Am Solo. The creative director of Midnight Suns recently defended the haircut of Captain Marvel in the game, stating, and I quote, Captain Marvel's
True.
design decision come correct. How did you guess that right?
Because you said that somebody had to come out and support, and that's what people do today.
Oh, damn, dude. All right, next time I'll twist it up a bit.
No, don't
Cozy.
do that.
Cozy.
Yeah.
She's not excited.
Midnight Suns currently has a Metacritic score of 83 on PC. True or false?
True.
Correct. Cozy's in the lead. Guys, is Cozy about to take it
No.
for the first time leading?
No, I'm not.
All right, Cage.
Don't.
You're trying to unjinx yourself. Cage, during a session of Congress to determine the Speaker of the House, Representative Victor Huffman invokes the World of Warcraft Leroy Jenkins meme. True or false?
I can't take that serious. I have to say false.
It's false, but only because I changed his name. Representative Jared Huffman actually did that.
That's nuts. What is this life?
Yeah. That happened. No, you know what happened? Gaming, like I say it every single time, is the biggest entertainment industry on the planet.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. It's just weird people like Andrew Tate and whatever that say, oh, gaming's for losers. They're the only ones that say that. Football players, politicians, actors, everyone is a gamer now. Anyway, I digress. Ham Solo.
Yo.
A settlement for the lawsuit that was filed by a group of investors against CD Projekt Red over the initial release of Cyberpunk 2077 has finally been approved by a judge for a total of $1.85 million. True or false?
False.
True.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I thought you tried to change a number
Cozy.
or something because you don't.
I think it was like he was like false. True. It was false. It was 1.8.
I know,
million.
right? I know. Like I'm supposed to
Screw
have
you
those
guys.
numbers like in my phone or something. Like I got that.
Cozy.
Yes.
Said case, the CD Projekt Red case, said case has been going on for over 2 years. True or false?
True.
Correct. Oh my god. All right, so going into the last round, right?
I can't
Cage
win.
is on 2. Ham Solo just has 1. Cozy is on 3. So Cage,
Wow.
if you miss this one, effectively Cozy wins it. If you miss this one, Cozy takes the dub and takes the lead for the first time.
Yeah,
You ready?
go for it.
All right, Cage. A recent report reveals that the PS5 suffers from an apparent design flaw that can lead to permanent damage when users leave it standing upright. True or false?
True.
Such a
Sorry?
cakewalk. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, okay. Correct. Sorry, Ham. So Ham,
Sabotaging Ham.
this is your consolation question. Pokimane is ranked number 2 in Twitch's official ranking of the most watched female streamers in 2022. True or false?
What? False.
Everyone knows you like the thoughts, Ham. Don't act funny. You like the
thought
thoughts.
I was gonna say false because you said Pokimane, but then I realized that's an actual person you're talking about. Because I've
It's
never
not a
heard of this
rapper.
person. I know it's not
Lucky
Gucci.
you.
Oh my
Mane,
God.
I get it, but I'm gonna say false
Um,
regardless.
Dude, you don't know who Pokimane is.
Cat fans do not.
I don't
like
either.
Pokimane.
I don't
don't.
either.
She's the chick that yeeted her cat as she was sitting at her desk. She like literally took her
People
cat
tried
and
to
threw it
cancel it.
over her fucking shoulders.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, you like her now. Anyway, answer the question. True or false?
I said false like 3 times.
Okay, correct. Correct. She's actually ranked 6th.
Wow.
Okay, so before I ask Cozy this one, Ham, do you know who Amaranth is?
No.
I don't know who that is either.
Wow, I actually do.
My good lord.
I don't know who either one of those people are.
What is
Bitch
wrong?
thought.
You know what?
It's
I thought
funny
everyone
that
knew
you
the
say
thoughts.
I enjoy the thoughts and all this stuff, and you're just listing thoughts off.
But I know all of them.
It's true.
You know what? Let's move on to the final question.
Change the
Before
subject.
we start exposing
Expose.
Loke. No. This is not the section where we expose Loke. That's not what's happening right now.
Everybody's
Cozy,
exposed.
Yeah, that's why
This
you're
one-
never on the panel. You're always the one asking the questions, right?
tough titties. Cozy, this
What?
one's for the dub.
Oh my.
This one's for the dub, Cozy.
Get the L.
Are you ready?
Get the
Yeah, I'll take that L. I'll take my L.
All right.
I'll walk away with
All right.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
Cozy, here goes.
Yeah.
Sony has revealed that a free update will allow players to enjoy the Gran Turismo 7 experience on the PSVR 2 headset on
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
starting March 1st. True or false?
False.
Correct. We don't have a date yet.
Oh,
Cozy.
wait. So
Wow.
wait a goddamn second. That question was
Google
fucked.
it.
The little
No.
details. It is.
was
I
the
know
fuck?
because I read the thing because I was like, oh, motion sick and motion sick
Rewind
and
the
go
tape,
fast
Em.
in car.
Rewind the tape, Ham.
Whatever. I don't need to read
She said
shit.
false.
See, I knew it was a trick question
question.
as soon as he put in the date. I was like, putting in dates.
The day.
I'm pretty sure
It's
you
a
weren't
wrap.
giving a date.
Yeah. All right. So Cozy gets the first dub of the year.
Good stuff.
I'm shocked. If this was something we could put money on, I'm not. I wasn't putting my money on Cozy. I'm just being honest. Let's go to the chat real quick. Oh, okay. Jedi Knight. Jedi Knights also knows Amaranth, so I'm not crazy. Osha says all I
But
know
we
is
know
Amaranth.
Jedi is thirsty. He doesn't count.
Oh god.
Oh my.
Osha says all I know is Amaranth is mad rich. Dude, Amaranth is the chick that started the whole thing about like selling her farts, selling bath water. Like
No, she wasn't the first. There was
used
another
bath
girl
water
that
and
started
stuff like
that. She did. She
Oh, it
like
wasn't her?
made the hot tub streams like super ultra popular on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Okay. So she's the hot tub like pioneer. You know, and then they say women don't introduce new things, women don't build new methods. And look at Amaranth. I'm just saying. It's so unfair. It's the patriarchy. I'm telling you. Mad Likes Game says, "Oh my God, Cozy, come on, you got this." Jedi Knight is really enjoying Cozy's win. Really enjoying it. Mad Likes Game says, "Yeah, it's always little details with Locke." Guys, I do it to make it interesting. Anyways,
You know, you set
before we
us up
get
for
off,
failure. That's it.
Cozy, you just won. Why
yeah,
are you bitching?
but
Anyway,
typically I'm set up for
you
failure.
have your 1 minute. Have your 1 minute and rant on the quiz if you want. Go.
Okay, let's discuss games. You know, because that's what we're all here about. We are all here because we love gaming.
Talk about
And
the FTC Cozy Court.
we need to remember that at the end of the day, it's all about gaming. And celebrate the games you like. Spend time, more energy on those than having these long conversations about games you don't like, you're not going to play. Because, you know, someone may have never heard of the game you like, and that's the game for them. And you might be the key to them finding that game. Let's just game on. That's all I got.
That was nice.
Jeez, you still have another 30 seconds. That was weak, Cozy. That was some weak
God.
sauce
I said
stuff.
that was
Anyway,
nice. And Logan's coming out here being disrespectful.
That's very straightforward to the point, precise. I don't think anyone could
Cage.
get that confused.
Cage, plug. Go ahead, tell us where people can find you, what you're up to, if anyone is excluding Oshes, because he posted like 2 or 3 times in the chat that he like is very happy to see you. So
Yeah.
everyone else, if they wanna see you, except for Oshes, tell them where they can find you. Go ahead.
So if you want to talk to me personally, you could always hit me up on Twitter. I normally get to like all the replies. I at least try to. Even on YouTube, if you want to hit me up on YouTube or Twitter, it's Cult Classic Cage. I'd love to talk about video games and films and just general things I'm interested in. So, or general discussions that may be controversial, I guess, to some, because that seems to be like everything that I do, someone has some fucking slick shit to say, which I'm here for. I'm here for the cool comments as well as the slick ones. I think it's entertaining. So if you're into any of that, hey, hit me up. Check out what I got going, and hopefully I get to talk to you.
All right, cool. All right, so it's time for the last point of the year. Here goes. Last point. Not even a week in, and the gaming world is already beginning to heal. Talk of The Last of Us being the greatest video game of all time is subsiding. Hogwarts Legacy is #1 on PlayStation sales charts, and the business end of the Activision acquisition is kicking off. I don't need to reel off all the potential bangers gamers will be are set to play this year. I'm sure we've all seen the spreadsheet ad nauseum. To the activists, I say cheers. Without you, many other casual gamers would forget to pre-order or buy Atomic Heart or Hogwarts Legacy. You are having an effect. You are having an effect on the community, and for that, we salute you.
Yep.
To Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella and co, strap in for a bumpy ride. And know that no matter how this turns out, Big Brother is watching you like Marvel fans do when they hate watch woke TV shows. Jim Ryan, good luck if Phil decides to go nuclear. We all prefer chill Phil. Make sure you're not the reason we meet toxic Phil. To my fellow gamers, get those thumbs ready. Whether you only engage with subscription services or also buy games day one, 2023 looks like Mandingo at the beginning of the sex tape, and 2023 looks like it wants to tear your backlog apart. Thank you for listening. Was that too graphic?